Welcome to Mindless Entertainment. It's the middle of the night, and I kind of want to go to bed because I'm tired, and he really wants me to give him food because he always wants that. But, guys, I just found out because I've been perusing my comments from my Captain Marvel Rotten Tomatoes video and discovered that totally unrelated and in a move they've been planning for months now, Rotten Tomatoes has just abruptly decided to no longer show you the audience interest score. That's not a thing anymore. Now look, Captain Marvel cannot take full credit for vanquishing Rotten Tomatoes on her own. I guess Star Wars Episode 9 has recently been made available to express your interest there as well, and you can imagine what happened with that. So in light of two Disney properties getting essentially shat upon by the public who don't want to see these movies because of all of the bullshit surrounding them, Rotten Tomatoes has now just said, screw it! We want to be a happy place of positivity. So Brie Larson Captain Marvel punched Rotten Tomatoes into becoming her personal safe space. So it seems. You can no longer comment about a movie that before it's come out. You can no longer vote not interested on it. You can still say you're interested, and it shows up the number of people who say they're interested in a tiny little margin down below. It doesn't tell you how many people have responded, so you can't even calculate your own percentage if you wanted to. No, it's just not there anymore, because Rotten Tomatoes is just going to be a center for positivity. Not for truth, not for honesty, not for anything relevant, just a happy place, because, obviously the way that creative industries work is that everyone just goes places to be validated. Movie makers and actors can just go to places to be validated, because that's totally how they get better and improve their work. By just having people tell them how great they are all the time. Because apparently, it is no longer important to have a thick skin in this industry. Apparently, you just have to be alive, and then everyone should love you forever. Because criticism isn't helpful. And when you become a public figure, you should not be expected that you're going to have to deal with more hatred and certain negative public opinions. I mean, the way things are going right now, people like me, a relatively small YouTuber, is less protected and subject to more of this angry nonsense than someone like Brie frickin' Larson, who's running around being like, white men don't matter. Like, all right, that's how you want to play at Rotten Tomatoes. Good job. You think you did something positive to improve your site and its usability? Nah, you just let Brie Larson bitch slap you into irrelevancy. When you remove the ability for people to express themselves fully, positive or negative, you lose your credibility. You have caved. You have said, we are now just an echo chamber for whatever is the most trending concept, the most mainstream concept existing in Hollywood. We are an echo chamber for that now, and we're very happy to be that way. Now, I find it very funny that in their statement, they didn't actually say that people were trolling. They said borderline trolling, because you have no evidence, you have no proof to say these are trolls, that these aren't actually honest people coming on here saying, I don't want to see your movie because all of these very legitimate, obvious reasons. That's... It doesn't take half a brain to realize when you make people angry and seek to alienate large demographics from your fan base, they're going to have something to say about it. They're not going to be that happy, especially if they existed as part of this fan base prior to your alienation attempts. So, boom. Rotten Tomatoes, congratulations. You're irrelevant. You're an echo chamber now. Now, I do hear a lot of people jumping on board and being like, Rotten Tomatoes is censorship in 1984, and this is all terrible and horrible. They're doing a horrible thing. Guys, they're a private business. They can censor whoever they want. This is the feedback. This is the feedback loop, right? And we talked about this in the last video. Feedback loop. Words said, information returned, and changes made. So the way that Rotten Tomatoes interpreted this feedback loop was, we're going to take away the negative feedback. And the result of that is just going to be very, very simple. They have lost even more credibility. Now, we've all seen, like, Rotten Tomatoes has been on the downturn based on a number of different films that people feel that that have been reviewed very, very incorrectly, either far too positively when they sucked or far too negatively when they were great. So it's already very clear that there's a heavy amount of opinion, of subjectivism that surrounds these numbers that Rotten Tomatoes tries to tout, like, we are the greatest and end-all be-all in this world. And now all they've done is just dropped a little more of that credibility. Now, it used to be you could go to Rotten Tomatoes to actually get an honest read of how a movie was going to be. You could look at it and you could decide whether it had a good or bad score, if you were going to enjoy it or not, based on the types of positive reviews and the types of negative reviews that it's getting. By the way they consistently limit the negative reviews, they are no longer giving you that opportunity. I could actually learn that I wanted to see a film by reading negative reviews at one point, because I would see the negative reviews, I would see the things they complained about in the film. Oh, this is a dumb comedy, and they're complaining about XYZ elements that I don't care about in a dumb comedy. But they say that the humor's there and it's funny. Great, I'm gonna go see it, right? You could learn so much more. You could get so much more information by having this spectrum of reviews, including the negative ones. Because anybody in the world could go and see, oh, there's a billion negative reviews of this thing, and they're all saying the exact same things that are super nitpicky and stupid. Obviously, they're just mad about whatever, and I can go see the movie anyway. We used to be allowed to use our minds to make educated decisions. And now Rotten Tomatoes is just one fewer place that allows that to happen. So this, to me, is just... is wonderful. It's hysterical. This is the feedback loop, because I can promise you that the result of the way they've interpreted this feedback is just going to be their website sucks. Their website officially blows and nobody cares. They have just taken the first step, boom, off that clip, along with Captain Marvel's box office projections and audience interest score, right off that clip, down into irrelevancy. So have fun. Haha. Hooray! Anyway, we had to talk about this. If you enjoyed this video, press that like button, share this video. The more you talk about it, the more you interact with it, the more wonderful it is for me, which is great. I'm knocking on the door at 20,000 subs, hoping to get there tomorrow so I can do a live stream for you guys, or later today, because it's now tomorrow. And you guys are all awesome. If you enjoyed the channel and you want to find more ways to get involved, I have a business address, I have a Patreon, I have all sorts of stuff, t-shirts, and more coming out soon. Click get involved with me. It will give you all of those links and all that information you know. Follow me on other social media platforms, etc. And you guys are great, and we'll talk again real soon. I don't know what that noise was. Just disregard that sound.